Hi everyone, welcome to Close Look. Kevin Atwell here with you. I'm at Muscular Dystrophy Canada, sitting with a very young, talented, multi-talented, and very inspirational young man. His name's Justin Johal. He's 19 years old, and he has a very amazing story to share with us. So let's take a close look. Justin, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing pretty fine. How are you?
Wonderful, thanks. Thank you for taking the time to sit with us here. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you go to school, your age, and your interests and hobbies.
Okay. Well, right now I'm not going to school, but I spend a lot of time on the computer. I love music. I like to go outside. When it's nice out. The weather here is always miserable, right? So, you gotta enjoy what you can, right? So.
Yeah, definitely. And for your 19th birthday, is that correct? You did something that deviates from the norm. Most kids would just go out and just party and just completely abuse their bodies. Yeah. You did something super cool. Did you want to tell us a little bit about what you did?
So for my 19th birthday, I had a fundraiser at the bar in Delta called the Delta Line Pub, and it was for raising money for muscular dystrophy. And it was at a bar. It was my 19th birthday, right? So being 19, that's what you want to do, go to the bar. So, I had all of my friends and family over, and we had a lot of prizes and gifts and stuff like that. And the fundraiser went really well. We raised like $3,700. And that's pretty good. And the bar was they're really nice people there. They're very accommodating and all that. So.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So $3,700. Wow, over the course of one evening.
Yeah, pretty amazing, right? Yeah.
So I'm guessing the turnout must have been phenomenal.
Yeah, it was pretty phenomenal. We had a lot of people. We wanted more people wanted to come, but there wasn't enough room. So in the future, we'll have more room, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. And so earlier you touched on how you're not going to school right now. Did you go to school? Are you kind of on a break? Did you graduate?
Well, I graduated from high school last year, and in September I went to Queensland for a few months. But I ended up dropping the courses. I wasn't interested in it, so I'm still thinking about what I want to learn. And hopefully, next September, I'll know what I want to study. Right, so
yeah, that's amazing. There's no rush. Actually, you did a smart thing from dropping out rather than just staying in there and just wasting all this money. Yeah. So when it comes to school, do you have favorite subjects that you sort of might want to pursue in college? Is there something that you kind of want to be when you're older?
I'm interested in psychology, those type of courses. I don't know what occupation I want to have in the future, but that's something I'm interested in. So yeah, something like that.
Very cool. And for our viewers that might not know what muscular dystrophy is, do you want to elaborate a little bit on what muscular dystrophy is?
So, muscular dystrophy is there's 9 variations, and the type I have is Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and what it is it's a muscle disorder. So as I get older, my muscles get weaker. And that's why right now I'm using a ventilator, for example, right? So it helps me breathe because your lungs are a muscle too. And as you age, it gets it progresses. Like before, I was able to walk, but then slowly I used a wheelchair. Now I'm in an electric wheelchair, so it just progresses.
And so clearly it hasn't stopped you from doing great things in your life. You play wheelchair hockey, if that's correct, wheelchair soccer. And you've also met a lot of celebrities, which is kind of cool. I want to hear about who you've met and how that kind of came around.
Well, I've met a few celebrities. I met many of the Canucks players, such as Kevin Bieksa, Roberto Luongo. They're really friendly people, and some celebrities I actually met were Gene Simmons. Yeah. And, he's a pretty funny guy. Got to meet him, and I also met Rick Hansen when I was in high school. Yeah, he was a really inspirational guy.
And he came to your school. Is that correct? He was promoting the Man in Motion tour. Is that correct?
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. He showed us a video of when he went around the world and stuff. It was pretty amazing what he did.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And if I'm not mistaken, you also were in a commercial with Luongo. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was also in a commercial with Roberto Luongo with Canuck Place, because they were going to build another Canuck Place in Abbotsford. So it was a commercial for that.
Yeah. How was that experience?
That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was really cool. Got to meet him and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay, so you say that you hang out with the Canucks. What's your participation with the Canucks?
Well, at Canuck Place, I met them there primarily. Like a few years ago, I did a pumpkin carving with the Canucks, and Kevin Bieksa did the pumpkin carving with me. So it's pretty cool. Got to have a conversation with them and stuff like that. So it's pretty amazing, right? So
Yeah, that's super cool. And do you also volunteer with the Canucks at Canuck Place at all?
I'm not doing any form of volunteering, but like I was a peer mentor for younger teens with muscular dystrophy. So I was talking to them about what to expect. Try not to worry. Just live life, be happy.
That's amazing. At the age of 19, you're like inspiring and motivating others to achieve their full potential. That's great. And what does the Muscular Dystrophy Canada mean to you?
Well, it means a lot because they help with the treatments in the future. They fund money for that, and they do research and all that. And that's really important, right? Because in the future, there hopefully there's a cure or something, right?
Yeah, definitely. And you are also playing a huge part. You raised $3,700, and you're ready to hand it over to Muscular Dystrophy of Canada today.
Yeah, today I'm gonna be handing it over. The big check, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this. Okay, so we're surrounded by Justin's support network here, his mother Cal, uncle, aunt, and Chelsea, who works for the Muscular Dystrophy Canada. This is the check for $3,700 that they are giving over. Cal, would you like to say a few words about the event?
Sure. I just wanted to say thank you to all the families that came out and supported Muscular Dystrophy, supported Justin, and donated this money. It's going to go towards a very good cause. Without Muscular Dystrophy Association, there wouldn't be much funding or research or anything for these boys. And so again, just say thank you so very much. And we hope to do it again, and hopefully you all come out again next year as well. Thank you.
Wonderful. So this is gonna be a yearly. Is this gonna be a yearly thing, Justin?
Oh, it's gonna be a yearly thing, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna do it every year. Yeah.
Wonderful. And Chelsea, what are some ways that individuals can get involved with Muscular Dystrophy Canada, and are there like fundraisers coming up that you guys are hosting?
Yes, definitely. In terms if you want to get involved, you can definitely come in and be a volunteer. You can get in contact with myself or Alyssa. As for events we've got a big, huge campaign setting off this August with Safeway. And we also have our walks for muscular dystrophy. We have 2 this year, one September 8th at Jericho Beach and one at Bear Creek Park in Surrey on September 22nd. And there you can come out and support, do a walk for muscular dystrophy, have a good time, meet other families, and just raise money for a great cause.
Wonderful, thank you. So Justin's support network here consists of his uncle Jag, mother Cal, Aunt Harge, and Chelsea from Muscular Dystrophy Canada. So the event that's going to be taking place next year, you guys are hoping for it to be bigger, and how do you hope to do that?
Next year's event will be bigger and on a grander scale, as well as more participants, definitely. And we'll also have your support, our viewers' support for this event.
Wonderful, thank you so much. And Harge, would you like to say a few words about why it's a good idea for kids to get involved and the youth to get involved in associations like these? Doesn't have to be Muscular Dystrophy Canada, but just in general?
I think in general, it's very important just to volunteer. Not only does it look great on your resume, but it opens up doors for the future and more opportunities to get ahead in life. And especially a cause such as muscular dystrophy. And we're very passionate about this cause because my nephew here, of course, as you know, and it's very close and very personal in our hearts. And we get very emotional when we talk about it, and because we love him so much, that's why. And we look forward to seeing you all there next year. Everybody.
Chelsea, what are some of the ways that people can get in touch with Muscular Dystrophy Canada if they want to volunteer or donate?
Well, if you want to get involved, you can definitely give us a call. Our phone number is 1-800-366-8166. And you can also visit our website at www.muscle.ca, and that's muscle as in one of these.
Wonderful, thank you so much. So Cal, you're doing a lot to support individuals with muscular dystrophy as well as with Muscular Dystrophy Canada to help others. First of all, that is fantastic.
Thank you. Well, I've got two boys actually with this disease. I've got 5 children, and I try to do whatever I can to make my son independent,
Yep.
and he has a very positive attitude. And I think it's really important that parents instill that in their children, to just be the best you can be and live your life to the fullest, whatever life you're given. So yes, there's a lot of information that I could go on and on about, but there are other parents out there with boys with the same illness, and there's several different types of neuromuscular diseases, which I'm sure Chelsea can comment on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, here at Muscular Dystrophy Canada, we actually cover over 150 neuromuscular disorders, and even so, we're not even sure how many people there are in Canada with neuromuscular disorders, because there are so many and some are so rare. So, muscular dystrophy is just one of the ones we do cover.
And can you elaborate a little bit on how? So she has 5 children, and 2 of them have muscular dystrophy. How did that come about?
Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a genetic disease. It's passed along on your chromosomes. And a lot of neuromuscular disorders are. Some of them are influenced by the environment and are mutations, but a lot of them are genetic, which is why you'll see multiple people and families who do have the disorder.
And, there's a lot of families out there that aren't in the position that you guys are in to be knowledgeable about and find resources to assist yourselves. Do you have some messages for those families out there to let them know that what the steps might be in order to get help?
Well, one of the good things is with this illness, when children are diagnosed, actually the hospital staff are probably the best resource to help you handle the situation. But there's a lot of support that you're going to need with all kinds of things like medical equipment, funding for respite care, medical costs that are incurred. So the hospital staff is great, but the Muscular Dystrophy Association would be the very best place to turn to. And they know it all. So without them, it would be very difficult. But yeah, there's so many good resources out there, and there's so many good people out there that often we're not aware of these things. But if you contact Muscular Dystrophy Canada, then they can point you in the right direction with whatever support you need. Yeah.
Definitely. And do you find you get a lot of people contacting Muscular Dystrophy Canada?
We do. We get people calling about numerous different things. At Muscular Dystrophy Canada, we have 5 pillars of support in areas where we are providing resources, and that's advocacy, equipment, as Cal said, education, information, and support. So we have programs and services, so people might call us about our youth programming or wanting presentations or public awareness in their schools to educate people about neuromuscular disorders. So we are there to provide information and education, and anything that people need we'll try and help out with.
That's fantastic. And what do you feel is like the biggest misconception out there that people have about volunteering and taking the first step to join an organization?
That's a very good question. I think a lot of people just sometimes aren't aware that there's opportunities to come and volunteer with people. And, it's just take that step to call up an organization if you have a passion, if you have something you're really interested in doing. Just call them up and see, hey, is there something I can do? Is there a place I can help? And we're always looking for that support and that help, and that's how we get our message across, and that's how we can help and provide these support and resources, is by volunteers as well.
Fantastic answer. And what is one of the greatest benefits an individual can gain from volunteering?
I think it's just contributing to the cause, and also with a lot of our events, you get to meet amazing families like Justin's family, and see how inspirational they are, and I think that's the best part of what it is for me. Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. So Justin, with respect to muscular dystrophy and Duchenne muscular dystrophy to be specific, what are some of the biggest misconceptions you think people have about this disease?
Well, I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that we're not as intellectually sound as a normal body person, and that really bothers me because some people treat me differently. Like, they'll say hello in an awkward way, and that it feels like I'm being treated differently. You know what I mean, like a child. That really bothers me. So yeah.
You're completely able.
Yeah, I'm totally mentally sound, and that bothers me. Yeah.
Any input on what some of the misconceptions about muscular dystrophy are?
I would just say a lot of people sometimes might not know a lot about what muscular dystrophy is, and that could be a common misconception that Most of the neuromuscular disorders just have a physical disability, and there is no cognitive disability associated with it. So I think that is something to definitely be aware of, and I think it's always something to, don't be afraid to ask questions if you're unsure, and I think most people would be willing to answer them for you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay. You know, it's great to see that you have a large support network around you. It definitely helps out. I heard that you also did something super cool, something that I was only a spectator to downtown, but you participated in carrying the Olympic torch in 2010 here in Vancouver. That's super exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how you were involved with that?
Well, I carried the torch on downtown Robson Square. You know, it was a really exciting moment. You know, I was representing, you know, the Paralympics, right? And you know, that made me really feel really proud, and I enjoyed it too. So.
That's amazing. I actually just saw the video before I came here today. You just have to type in Justin Johal Olympic Torch 2010 on YouTube, and it's a full 9.5-minute segment, and it was really touching. On a final note, some positive words of advice to our viewers, the youth out there, for them to get involved.
Well, I think everyone should come out and support the community. It's a good cause, you know. It's really nice to do that, you know. We appreciate it. So, yeah.
There you go. Wonderful. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and hopefully you decide what you want to do with school soon. And yeah, definitely take care, and we'll see you next year at your event. Okay, wonderful.